Struggling to write in your own words and keep your work original? Don't worry, we've covered you. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Eriksson and we're here to help you achieve your academic goals. And now I'm going to talk about paraphrasing. So, what is paraphrasing?
A paraphrase is your rewriting of a specific passage from someone else. It is done in your own words, without changing the original meaning and also not removing any information.
Okay, we know the meaning, so let's get started. Here are 5 easy steps to paraphrasing.
Step 1. Read the passage several times to fully understand the meaning. Step 2. Note down the key concepts. Step 3. Write your own version of the text without looking at the original. Step 4. Compare your paraphrase text with the original one, and if you find phrases too similar, make changes. Step 5. Cite the source of the text like the example here. Remember, you don't need the quotation marks to paraphrase.
Okay, I know what you're thinking. You know the steps, but it is still quite difficult to produce a piece of text that is different from the original. Don't worry, I have 4 tips to make everything easier.
Tip number 1. Start your first sentence at a different point from the original source. Tip number 2. Use synonyms. Third, we change from active to passive voice. Final tip, break long sentence into smaller sentence or combine sentence into a longer one. In this example, you can see we've applied the 4 tips. First, we introduce the context followed by the last part of the original sentence, which is the expectations of creators, regulators, and users. We also use quite a few synonyms, such as exposed to a critical turning point, made it apparent, outpaces, rapidly eclipsed, power, immense influence. Third, we change from active to passive voice. Technology outpaces what users, regulators, or even its creators expected. The expectations of creators, regulators, and users have been rapidly eclipsed by technology. And finally, the original was one long sentence. We broke it into 2 smaller sentences.
Okay, if everything is clear about paraphrasing, let's move on to summarizing.
Summarizing is another key skill that helps you express big ideas in a short and clear way. Let's see how it works. Summarizing is more than just shortening a text. It's about understanding, selecting the most important ideas and expressing them in your own words. Why does summarizing matter? Because in academic writing, you often need to show that you've read, understood, and can communicate information clearly without copying. It helps you write essays, literature reviews, and research papers more effectively. So, what is exactly summarizing? A summary is a brief restatement of the main ideas of text using your own words and without details, for example, from the original. In other words, summarizing means you focus on the central message, not every sentence. You keep the core meaning, but make it shorter and simpler.
Now, I will help you how to summarize easily in 5 small steps. Step 1. Read and understand. Read the text carefully and make sure you understand the main idea. Step 2. Identify the key points. Highlight only the most important information, main ideas, not examples. Step 3. Remove unnecessary details. Skip statistics, repeated ideas, or examples unless they are essential. Step 4. Rewrite in your own words. Change sentence structure, use synonyms, and keep it shorter. Step 5. Check accuracy. Make sure your summary keeps the same meaning as the original text.
To sum up, summarizing means showing you truly understand a text by expressing its main ideas briefly and clearly. So next time you write an essay or report, don't just copy, summarize smartly. Understand, condense, and write it in your own words. Now it's your turn. Try summarizing your next reading and see how it improves your academic writing skills.
Let's be real. Everyone fears the word plagiarism, but why is it? Today we are going to get deep down into this topic in order to understand what is plagiarism, how to avoid it, and also will understand its importance. So let's get started.
Plagiarism is the practice of copying another person's ideas, words, or work and pretending that they are your own. Or example of this.
Now let's talk about its importance. Avoiding plagiarism isn't just about following university rules, it's about honesty and integrity. Showing that you respect others' ideas, showing that you respect your own thinking. When you plagiarize, you are not risking your grade, you are risking your credibility. Building your own work makes you trustworthy and shows who you are as a learner and maybe a future scientist. Here are some easy steps you need to follow to make sure that your work is plagiarism-free. When you paraphrase, you are not just changing words. You are showing that you understand the idea. Read it, close the source, and write it in your way. If you are using someone's exact words, put them in the quotation marks and use these styles to cite the author. Even if you try your best, mistakes happen. Run your work through a plagiarism checkers in order to stay calm and confident. Plagiarism is easy to avoid if you know how to do that. Be creative, cite your sources, write it in your own way. In the end, honest work always pays out. Don't forget that. Avoiding plagiarism reflects academic honesty and respect for intellectual work.